Bro, this is so ghetto. My iPhone's an old iPhone charger.
It's fine. It's a low income charger. That's what I call it. Do you have a drink?
I do.
I have a drink too.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers to the good era. Welcome back.
Cheers. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back. Welcome back. Question. Do you
Oh,
think
he
we
needs to
would
pee
make
really.
more on OnlyFans or on YouTube and Spotify?
Since we're not making money on on either, I'd say probably OnlyFans. First of all, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I've been actually holding back
What have you been holding back, friends?
from calling you because I'm always like, I'm just gonna save it for the pod.
That's not nice.
Save it for the pod.
Okay. Say it.
Well, first of all, I really want to hear about you say you're gonna tell me about your waxing story.
Okay, so anyways, me and my man are long distance right now. We're not gonna get into the long and short of it, but we're long distance. I have a very high pain tolerance. I have done everything in that area but the envelope. Are we following? The envelope.
Well,
The
yeah.
lip the lippies. So I was always scared about that. I was like, you wanna know what? For my man's birthday, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it big.
But like also, I've been friends with you for a long time, so not to be like TMI, but you're also an Italian stallion.
Who grows a lot of hair? Yeah, I am. I've talked about it on the pod when we were talking about the Skims Merkin, and I told you I could do that in a week and a half. I can.
No, I know.
We don't need proof. I'm just the living story.
So his
Anyways,
birthday.
so it was his birthday, and I said, you want to know what? I'm going to treat my man right. I work in a certain company. I'm not going to disclose what company, but the owner owns a European wax studio. So I get a little discount. And I said, you want to know what? I'm going to use my little discount and I'm going to book the best Brazilian waxer in there. And I'm going to get myself a little Brazilian. So I go in there. The girl was super cool. I'm going to be honest. I'll give her flowers. She was nice. Started off nice. She did everything that I've already had done before. So we're talking. I feel her laying the strip where it has never been laid before. And I said, okay, this is going to be easy peasy.
This is your first time?
This is my first time. I've gotten the bikini, which is like the V.
Okay.
But I've never gotten the full throttle envelope with the butt strip and everything y todo. So I'm like, okay. So we're talking. And I knew this was her tactic. Let's talk her out of paying attention to what's going on over here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So she lays the wax. I'm like, oh, that's hot. She goes to rip it, and I immediately close my legs. She goes, oh my God, don't close your legs. There's wax there.
Were you wax shut?
She went to go rip
No.
that strip. And when I tell you, I screamed a scream that I've never screamed before. And I asked her, I said, did you just take my lip with you?
No.
I did. She
It was
said,
that bad?
no, it was that bad. A tear was coming out of my eyes. I had smudged mascara when I left that studio. I had gone through something that was.
Did she do the back?
She
back
did
entry?
everything. When I tell you, I was taking her little lamp and saying, I know I get hair here. And she was like, okay. And I was like, no, I don't think you're saying okay. I think you need to like really look. You know, I really confided in my waxer. I've never been that comfortable with anybody. I'm not even that comfortable with my man, and I'm pretty comfortable with him.
I've shaved you before.
I know. But with her, I was spreading myself.
Like tabs open.
Lips were open, and I told her, I was like, you need to get this. And so when she had then flipped me over like a hot dog on the grill, getting its second layer, I was like, okay.
Nice.
So there's hair in the back of my legs that actually makes me feel masculine. And she was like, yeah. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah. You agree? She was like, yes. So that made me feel very uncomfortable. The fact that she was agreeing, the fact that the amount of hair that I have grown out for her was masculine.
She didn't hesitate. She just
No, she didn't
agreed.
hesitate. So mind you, when I had first told the story, remember I told you guys that I have a little discount because the owner of the store that I work at, also owns the store. She then proceeded to tell me that she saw me at the Christmas party. So,
So she's
n-
gonna run into you.
oh, not only does she know me, now she knows what the poon looks like. And she also knows that I grow hair at an immaculate rate. So I was embarrassed, but not only that, I took it like a champ. The only thing that I did not take like a champ was when I closed my legs. She did not wax me shut, but it was a pain that I have never felt in my life. Fast forward, okay? We're bald, okay? We're bald for quite some time. Like I said, I can grow that back within a week and a half with shaving. We're now like a month out and we're just growing back. So I
Really?
approve. Yes, I approve waxing for sure. Would I do it again? Yes, but for an event.
A
But
special
for an event
location.
only. But for
Yeah.
an event only. But they say it's bad to go back and forth between waxing and shaving. Like you want to do the waxing consistently so it thins out.
So my friend does sugar waxing. Like that's her
Okay.
job, not that she does it. That's like her job.
Oh, okay.
Like that's her
Sugaring.
business. Yeah, sugaring.
Okay.
And she's like, it's kind of weird when like your friends come to you because they'll be like, you see them all day. Like, does mine look weird? And then she's like, I don't know like what to say because I'm not gonna make someone insecure, but like also they all look different. So then that made me realize like, okay, like a female is saying that like it's not weird, they're all different, then that really tells me that like even if you think your choncha is gross, even if you think it looks weird, it doesn't look weird. Just saying. My other friend is lasering people though, and like everybody that's getting lasered by her, like all their like bumpies and thumpies are gone.
I would love to get laser. I
She
would love
lasered
to
me one
do
time.
laser. Because I have my esthetician license, excuse me. I can do it. It's all buttonology. It's just pressing the right buttons to get you to where you need to be. So it's not
It
really anything.
hurts.
It does hurt, but like pick
No,
your
no, no.
pain. We have trained for this our whole lives.
The laser, like I did the ar she did my armpit, she did my upper lip, she did my toe, and
Mhm.
when she got down there,
It hurts.
she did my legs, and she's like, "Wow, you have a really high pain tolerance." She had it, like, really, like, up there.
Mhm.
When I tell you it feels like somebody flicked a lighter and put it on your skin. You never ever done that in high school when they, like, flick it and put it on your skin, it burns you? That's
Yeah.
literally what it feels like down there.
Well, I feel like you have always been one for a test dummy.
I did let
Like,
her finish.
okay, well, yeah, obviously you're not gonna start and be like, no, don't keep going.
My hair was so light, it literally didn't grow back in, like, a month, and when it did, it was, like, barely any. But it's been a year, so now, like, I'm back to normal.
Okay,
But you're
so
supposed to keep
like,
doing it.
yeah, you're supposed to keep doing it. You need like at least 20 sessions
Highly recommend.
for for it to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have always been one to be like, I volunteer as tribute.
I volunteer as tribute to test things out on people and to be tested on Simone one time had allowed me to yank her neck out. So we have this weird obsession with, like, chiropractors, and we'll send each other, like, back cracking and neck cracking things all the time,
Mhm.
to the point where I was like, "Simone, I can do this. Like,
And I said
I can do this."
confidently, confidently, I said, yes, you can, amiga.
She said,
Yes,
"Go
you
for
can.
it." She's like, "My neck hurts so bad, I'm scared to get a hump," because she does, lashes, she's, like, hunched over all day. So I'm like, "I'm gonna help you. I don't want you to be the hunchback of Notre Dame or anything, like Notre Dame. Let me help my friends, and I'm a doctor. I'm practicing
I don't have my
I'm practicing for my PhD, and I need to practice." So I had a towel and a dream and
and a subject.
a few drinks. So I wrapped it around her neck like a Y strap. You guys know those videos, and I frick fucking just yanked it like full
I
body
moved
weight.
I levitated off of that bed, and honestly, when I tell you guys, I felt relief and then instantly pain.
But then she said, "Ow, that like didn't hurt. Like that hurt." And I said, "Oh, I didn't do it right. Let me do it again."
I was like, "Okay, okay."
I proceeded to doing it a second time. And if I remember correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you had a stiff neck for about 2 weeks.
And what did I do to tell you to fix it? Let me get that automated neck massager.
Oh yeah, I had like an Amazon. It was like a Secret Santa gift. I had like an Amazon like neck massager, and that thing like fucks you up.
And she said, "Just beware, friends. I have fucked myself up on it."
Yeah, if you really
And I
like
said,
lean
"I don't
into
care.
it,
You really fucked me up with the towel, so I'm gonna just lay on this." And Genesis sent me a memory from 5 years ago of me going, on that neck massager. And I'm gonna be honest, I remember the exact pain that it had given me. Fast forward 5 years later, I have severe nerve damage.
people ask me why I have migraines and a pinched nerve in my right side of my neck.
It's because we were reckless with our bodies. But
You don't remember what happened to my neck?
I do. I do. And you want to know something? We don't regret it. We have played with our bodies and to the point where
Played
we're
with
like,
my body. That man was angry. That man hated his job and he was out for revenge. I didn't do
okay, first of
anything.
all, we showed up to that establishment in a snowstorm.
For wait, what? Oh, that's not what fucked up my neck, Simone. Are you talking? Wow, we really did fuck ourselves up. That's not what I was talking about. You're talking about the Chinese random massage place? No,
Yes.
they did not fuck me up. They just did some weird shit to me. But I'm talking about the carnival.
Okay.
That was
This is
bad.
not this
Not for
is
the weak.
not this is not on the points to talk about today, but we're going to talk about it.
No, the conversation's flowing.
So
The drinks are going.
a pop-up carnival hates to see me and Genesis coming. A little St. Gennaro's, a little St. Anthony's Fair hates to see us coming.
Let's back up, actually.
Go ahead.
Anything that can distract us hates to see us coming. Like, holy shit, we can get
There's
fried
lights
Oreos. Let's
and
pull
Zeppelis.
over.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Go.
Genesis pulls over. We're like, okay, let's get our Zeppelis. Let's clock in. We're fully clocked into this fair. We're like, let's go on to this ride. And the ride is you sit and it's like a bunch of chairs and it's
Spit.
swinging you.
You're
It's
just
swinging you
getting
around.
spun.
And in the chair, on the back of the chair, it says, the person who's the biggest sits on the inner side. And I looked at Genesis. Genesis looked at me and said, I guess I'm going on the inside.
I know.
I said, for good reasons, I agree.
Yeah, I was not trying to kill my friend. Lean on me, baby.
So the guy started off nicely. He did. He started off very calmly. We had our Zeppelis. I had my Zeppeli inside next to me and G. And then out of nowhere, the ride starts picking up. And like he started like pressing a couple of buttons that really made this ride start going very fast at an
The
immaculate
inertia.
speed.
The inertia.
So now the gravitational pull that I felt towards
Inertia.
my friend, inertia, if we will, if we'll use that vocabulary, made me thrust my body onto my friend. And she is screaming, and I'm recording blissfully. I'm like, "Hi,"
First,
but
it
you
was
can
funny.
hear at first. But the third time around, you can hear in the video where she goes, he needs to stop the ride. I am in so much pain. She was stiff.
No. Okay, so back up. The inertia had thrown
Okay.
Simone onto me.
Yes.
So everybody on this ride is now in their little cart, but like all the way to the left, all the way to the left. Everybody's in their cart, but all the way to the left. And not only is my body to the left, but now my neck gave out. Okay. Now my neck is tilted to the left. And I'm like, okay, like this is
If you
fun.
had to guess, was it 2018?
I don't know.
Summertime, for sure,
My
it was
neck
summertime.
my neck was like stuck to the left. And at first it was like fun and games. And then by the end of it, I was like, stop the ride. This is painful. And
Amiga,
he
I
put it
found it.
and he left it on for mad long. I can't. You need to send me that. I need to watch it again.
Have you guys.
Your neck. Anyways, back to the story. So now I'm telling him, like, stop the ride. I'm in so much pain. And the ride kept going.
Just screaming, going, "This is painful."
The ride kept going. That was the worst part. He didn't stop. Okay? And once we get off the ride, I remember the dad with his daughter was like upset. He was pissed off. He was like, "What the fuck was that?" And like walked off. And I'm telling Simone, I'm like, "Holy shit, my neck's fucked up." They were pissed. Everybody.
Multiple people that came forward to the guy who was controlling that ride and said,
What the fuck? No, that was fucked up.
It was so fucked up.
Speaking of necks, so my I'm gonna say family member because I don't want to like put her business out there, and I don't know if
I
she wants anyone to know. But this has to do with a neck. Okay, this is another story. She is getting her esthetician license, like you are. So I had said to her, the abuse that I have endured. This is like a saving Gigi's neck story at this point because,
Okay. Okay, I'm back.
bro, that shit fucked me up. That's the first time I ever had neck pain. I'll never forget it. Anyways, can't.
You were stuck in those videos.
So listen,
I'm here.
my family member is getting her esthetician license. Okay. And I was like, my friend has it. I'm like, are you going to have to take a model with you to the final exam? She said, I think after COVID, now they use mannequins after COVID. They don't use real models.
Okay, can I just add something really quickly?
Go.
So when you do your esthetician license or your cosmetology license, there's two parts to get your license. There's a written exam, which is like a 3-hour like state exam, like an SAT type of thing that it's randomly picked from a bunch of topics that you have learned throughout the 7 months, 8 months that you've been in school. And then there is a hands-on. And when I was going through my esthetician's license, I said, I have nobody else to be my model. I pick you, Genesis. Can you be my model? And she said, yeah, amiga, I'll
I'm
do whatever.
supportive. I'm here.
Mind you,
Whatever.
okay, mind you, the esthetician's license hands-on exam is a massage table, which is a flat bed, and you are giving them a full facial, which includes from the top of the forehead down to the décolletage.
Now let me set the scene. When I
Okay,
arrived when I arrived at your examination day,
go ahead.
they had put us in a room for the models, as of course we deserve, and we had our little things locked away and our phones, whatever. And they said, "Everybody, take your piercings out." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." I have a tragus piercing. I could not get it out. The girl next to me was like, "Oh my god, I'm here to help my friends out." I said, "Me too." And she's like, "They're not gonna let us in with these piercings." She had a piercing. I helped her out. It was like her cartilage or something. I was like, I can't get my tragus out. I need help." So now me and her are, like, frantic, and at the time, my tragus was like a stud, it was like a sharp thing, and she was, like, stabbing herself trying to get my tragus out for me. The examinator person had come out with, like, tweezers of some sort to get it out, okay? So now I'm, like, already frantic because 'cause they're starting to walk into the examination room, and they're just taking out my tragus piercing, and I'm like, oh my god," and they're like, "You can't come in here." So now my tragus we're walking in the room, and they're like, "Everybody" they're telling us what to do, "Tie your hair up on the top of your head," what so I'm quickly just putting this bun not on the top, on the crown of my head, and that's where I fucked up. That's where I fucked up. And I was a morbidly obese young woman, okay? She's still hefty and mighty today, but back then she
I
was a
would say
tank.
add like 70 pounds.
If that's the number you wanna round down to, that's okay. That's very polite of you.
Yes.
Anyways, I go into the room and you can pick it up from there.
She goes into the room, and mind you, it is no talking. It is quiet. The the exam proctor tells you, okay, do massage one. And massage one is here and there and here.
Like a lymphatic.
Okay, here and there and here and there. And then they go to massage two. Massage two is here and here. Now Genesis is laying flat on the table, chin to chest.
Because my bun was
I
in the
could
way.
not access the décolletage, and I can't say anything. So I look at the proctor and I go, she goes, so I go to Genesis. I grab Genesis' neck and I go, so now she's laughing. This is not a laughing moment.
No, we're not allowed to laugh. They tell us that we're not allowed to
You're
talk.
not allowed to laugh.
But
You're
my
not allowed to talk.
bun is in the way. So Simone's like
So now
lifting
her bun
my
is
chin
in
up.
her neck and I'm trying to bubble. I need to get under here. Like, I need to get your neck so I could do massage too.
And you can't even adjust my bun because you had like sanitized
You have to
before.
so you have to sanitize between listen, state board is all about sanitation. It's not about your movement. It's about how can you be the cleanliness. And so I'm okay. So
And
I'm going and I'm
I'm like,
trying to do the effleurage. I'm trying. I'm trying. And I'm fully hitting Genesis in the face. Boom, boom, boom. And she's cracking up.
no, I'm like holding back a laugh because they had warned us. And me and you, like you looked at me and you said, "Do not."
Stop. Stop. I'm gonna fail.
So
I
I remember
actually
just closing my eyes because so unserious. Like you were holding back a laugh. You were like, so I'm like, I'm just gonna close my eyes at this point because I can't even look at you. I can't, like, so unserious. I don't even know why you picked me, but that was like the
so
most unserious person you could have picked.
so anyways, the proctor's like, just keep going. Just work with what you got. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work with what I got. So I'm like pretending to do this, and Genesis has her eyes closed, but she has a full blown smile on her face. Talk to her, like, lift your chin up. I lift it up. So I'm like trying to like pull her up. The proctor's like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Because what are you gonna do? Tell her like you're fat shaming her? Like, no, I can't. So I'm trying, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Okay.
Laughing.
Between Dumb and Dumber. So now I'm trying to keep my cool because I'm like, if I fail this, I'm fucked. So Genesis sits up. Now we have to set them up onto the edge of the table, and now it's the makeup portion. The makeup that they have provided is for a perfect Caucasian woman.
I
Let's just take a peek at
totally
let's just take a
forgot.
peek at my friend. Okay. So, so I'm there with a cotton round with white Mhm. With white spackle paint, painting my friend with a cotton round. And she's looking at me dead in my eyes. Like this. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't look away, close your
I
eyes again.
totally forgot that happened.
Okay, so
That's a good
I'm
part.
here. I'm here with a cotton. I took the darkest color in that foundation palette. Mind you, there was 3 colors. It was white, white, and whiter. So I'm like, okay, I clearly picked the wrong person to do this. But I'm skilled. Okay. So I'm making shit work. I'm piecing things together. My I sharpen my lip liner pencil. There's pieces of wood like actually scraping Genesis lip. She's like, "Oh." She's sucking her lip in. I'm like, "Bitch, stop.
No,
Stop.
I know that was bad. The makeup,
You
I
can't
didn't.
you can't talk."
No,
So
we're silent.
I'm like I'm talking to her through my lip, bro. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." I'm thinking I'm failing. So I give her the beat down of her life, white face.
It looks bad.
Genesis gets up. They dismiss all of our models. They say, "Okay, clean up," because that's part of the test is taking everything, sanitizing everything down. I come out of the test. I come out to the room, and Genesis looks like Mulan. Out of all of those models in that room, Genesis looked like Mulan. White face, red blush, like looking crazy. And I looked at her
There
and
was a
she was
no,
like,
there was a black girl that was there with me, and she looked like she had put sunscreen on her face.
"Oh my God."
I don't know what they're thinking for the test. I mean, I guess it is a sanitation thing, like, they don't really care, it's, like, not for the looks, right?
It's all about sanitation. They just want to see if you've
But
sanitized and you can keep up
Dios
to
mío,
state.
another just add one more shade, friend. What?
They
What is
won't.
so mad. No,
They
I do.
won't.
I remember coming I actually remember what I looked like. I remember looking in my, mirror in the car, and my lips were, red.
Bright red.
It was, red. It was, it looked like a dead body.
It was definitely giving that. So thank you for that because I passed with
You're
flying.
welcome.
I passed. I passed my state board and I passed my written by the grace of God.
Wait, okay, let's bring up a I think you added this. Men's clothes
Okay,
not
go ahead.
fitting right.
Oh, okay, let's talk about it. I have seen the skinny jean, wide sweatshirt, high top sneaker way too many times.
Like what people used to wear when we were in middle school. I think that's back now.
It's not, let's retire it. I love seeing those TikToks of the girls that are like, we have we have these men that are wearing skinny jeans with the big sweatshirt and the high tops shoe, and then we bring them to Zara and they have a nice straight leg pant with a nice fitted shirt and a nice shoe and they look good, bro.
I do need to do a public apology.
Okay.
A thong sandal.
I'm not apologizing.
I never thought I'd see the day. I love a thong sandal. And you know me. For a long time, I did not like a thong sandal. Now, let me be very clear. I don't like a man in an ugly thong sandal. I have to be very, very serious about this because I've hated a thong sandal for a very long
I
time.
apologize.
Now me, cute jean and a thong sandal, I'm here for it. I'm actually looking into buying a leather thong square-toed sandal.
With a heel or no?
No heel. I don't know if the between the toe can take
Take a
heel.
leather?
Yeah, like a little thong sandal walking around like a little chancleta, but a heel, like I don't know how that would feel. I'd have to try them on at a store first.
I think Aldo's probably has one.
Yeah, just W or something.
And I think Aldo's probably has a little thong leather heeled moment. sense. But why do you feel like you have to apologize for that? It's style, it's
'Cause
grace, it's giving.
I used to talk so much shit about it.
And now you feel like you're on the
I love it.
bandwagon.
No, I love a thong sandal. I can't get enough. I'm wearing them around the house. I recently found out that, uh, I think one of the podcasts I did talk about this, not a hammer toe, what did you call it? A bunion,
I know a few
bunion.
people who have bunion.
You can prevent it by wearing more thong sandals because nothing's pressing your toes
No,
together.
you can prevent a bunion by not wearing shoes at all.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna walk around barefoot, you know? A thong sandal's the next best
Socks?
thing. Nothing's holding your toes together in a thong sandal,
True.
you know? I'll do anything for beauty. Like, if they told me I needed to do some crazy facial, I'd do it. What?
I want to get like CO2 laser all over myself. But we've known this. Like, I have a creping wrinkle here and here. And to stop that, am I going to get Botox? No. Am I going to start using retinol? Maybe. But am I going to do a CO2 laser? 1000%.
Ooh, I've heard good things. I've heard good things.
I'm not going to get a facelift. I'm going to do a CO2 laser aquí. And
We talk about so much facial stuff that we're gonna do. The day that it happens, I don't want anyone to be like, "No, why'd they do that?"
we're like, roll the tapes.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for years,
Roll the
and
tapes. We've been talking
this
about
is
this for
just us
years.
recording it. We've been talking about it for years
Okay.
before.
Okay.
Wait, so,
Let's.
why, I did put a topic on our list,
Okay.
our 10-year reunion. I don't
Did we
talk
show
to
up? Did we show
No,
up? No.
we could've.
We could have. But did we not because of multiple reasons? Yes.
I don't want to sound Woo! I don't want to sound like an asshole, but if I wanted to see them,
They're
I'd go to the bar that they had the reunion at. They're there every weekend.
always there.
So, like, if I wanted to see you, I'd go. I don't even live there anymore.
But what does
I
a
also
10-year
I also
reunion
need
really do for you?
but I also
Or for
need to
them?
be I yeah, I just saw you guys
10 years ago.
10 years ago. I just saw them at the other bar like a week before. They have a high school reunion every weekend. And then the invitation said, "No significant others." For what? I wanna show off
Why?
my
I wanna.
man.
First of all, for
What?
me, I feel like the 10-year reunion is crazy because I only participated for 2 years.
Honestly,
So, like, a lot of you guys have animosity.
participating is a strong word. Participating is a strong word, okay?
The only way I participated in that high school was through academics and through academics only. I slayed mathematician. I slayed. Why did I fail? Okay, I think I'm the only person in history, maybe a few others, that failed gym class. Okay, let's talk about it. So I failed gym class solely because I didn't want to get changed and because I was pretty large. So when I moved to a different school in 11th grade, they said, yeah, you need to take gym every day. And for the common man, they'd be like, oh my God, you had gym class every day? That's amazing. No. So I then finagled my way into the ew through I finagled my way into the gym teacher's office. I said, hey, I'm gonna be with you every day. Let me be your assistant. Let me grade papers. I'll go out on the field 5 minutes early. I'll set up the cones. I'll do what I have to do. Just don't make me do shit like the mile and the
You
pacer
wouldn't
test.
even change.
No,
You kept records of how many laps people were doing.
and did. And she said, okay. I said, okay, here I am. So I simply passed because I played the system. I said, "Let me be your bitch." And she said, "You wanna know something? I fuck with it. I needed a bitch."
I'm
I
gonna be
was keeping
honest.
of how many laps people made. I was keeping track of how many times people did volleyball. The one time she made me play volleyball, someone said, "Set." They set the volleyball and boom, right on my
Can
head,
you
bro.
tell me who it was?
I don't remember. It was all a fever dream.
I
But I
would've
remember getting bonked on the head so hard. It was like, and she blew her whistle so hard and she was like, "Get her the fuck out of there. She cannot play gym." No wonder why she failed. Have you ever been bonked on the head with a volleyball? It hurts.
I've been bonked in the head with a basketball.
Okay, it hurts. So, needless to say, I actually passed high school because I finessed my way into the system.
Simone,
I did.
we just showed up to leave.
What was that guy's name? He was not the superintendent. Maybe he was a dean. He was a short king. We ballooned him. We water ballooned him on the
I'm gonna
last
have
day
to
of
cut
school.
his name out. He called the cops on me. Fucking rang the alarm. What was he? He didn't even have a position.
Miss
Do you think that we are not
No.
considered delinquents?
No. Yes.
I was gonna be like, "Be fucking for real."
Our high school really did shit. Okay, so
We would
first day of
we would
senior year, we
I'm
would
so
confetti all of the freshmen that came off the bus.
No, we were assholes, but also we would go
Then we would
smoke,
TP the school. Toilet paper.
but we would also go smoke at the church across the street. You're over here talking the things everybody did, and you're gonna say we're not delinquents? We just didn't get caught.
Excuse me, Dio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that
Let's
was
talk about
bad.
an apology.
Yeah, I
Okay.
am sorry about that. I
Let's
do
talk
feel
about
very
the other
bad.
part. Let's talk about the other part, Deli.
First of all, the obsession is fucking for real. Every time I go there, I do go to that deli. I'm not gonna say the name of it because I don't want people to know. Absolutely amazing. I go there every time I go visit my parents, and I was there for Christmas. Not only do they have two food trucks outside of the deli just to do their chicken tenders.
So this deli is known to do um honey mustard chicken tenders. So
A
basically,
delicacy, a Long
instead of
Island delicacy.
like a buttermilk dredge, they use honey mustard. And if you are a tender connoisseur like me and my friend Genesis right here, you would know that that is the perfect combination for a perfect bite. And their dredging of that honey mustard means that their honey mustard is 10 out of 10. That mustard is not mustardy. It's not that grainy, like yellow mustard. It's not honey mustard where it's like too sweet. It is the perfect amount of thinness and honey that could melt you away into
People
something.
get tubs of it.
Yes,
Like tubs.
I stand by it. I am in awe of it. My hat is off to them.
So not only do you now have to pre-order, like you can't like I feel like the locals should have a pass. Like, excuse me, you've been here from the beginning, cut the line kind of thing. Excuse me.
2014.
I used to skip lunch one day so I could forward it the next day, like hello. Um I
The
feel like
tray
we should
attenders hated to see us coming, and we're not talking about a little tray. We're talking about a family-sized, like, sterno
pound
tray,
a pound.
okay?
It's a Long Island delicacy, truly.
It's an
Not
experience.
only do you have to pre-order to get it now, there's a trucks outside where there are specific 2 of them to specifically only make the chicken. The inside is just the regular deli part. Now they opened up a location.
Yes, they did, and I saw that they were putting on that they had a location, but it was only till recently until me and my son went to, um went to our favorite pizzeria that I saw that I was like, "Oh my god, does that say the honey mustard chicken tender, like, home of the original?" And I saw it in person. They're hiring cooks, they're hiring front desk people, they're hiring. They haven't opened yet, but once they open, I hope that their quality and quantity of what they're pulling out is still exactly like what they were pulling out of that little mini deli. I hope.
I
One
hope
can
so.
only wish that.
You know what I do love about that though? The store that they're opening just for the chicken is so far from the deli that I don't need to run into people that
Yes, it is,
you know?
it is pretty far. It's not, like, that far, but it is pretty far, so I appreciate that as well.
I do have a story to bring up. Do you remember the night that me and you went to go get, um we had the munchies, and we went to go get, frozen yogurt, and my friend had called me, and I was in my dad's car, and she was running with her backpack, and she was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, please come get me." And I said, "Where are you?" And then she told me where she was, and then me and you
You could
pulled up
crop her
really.
name out, but are you talking
Mhm.
Yes,
So she gets in the car, and she's like,
I
"There's
know
a
exactly where this
homeless
is
man."
going.
She's like, "There's a homeless man chasing us with a knife." And I said, "Where is everybody else?" She's like, "Bro, we ran so fast that, like," she's like, "I literally ditched my backpack in a bush. Like, we need to go back to get my backpack." Now, she was in a lot of, like, AP classes, so her backpack was very ginormous. So, like, huge. And she's like, "Bro, he was chasing us. We all had to split apart." So my group of friends had, like, split into, like, 5 different streets because they were running away from this man. He had a knife on him. It was a homeless man. And to be honest, I still think about that because I'm like, I don't even know how that
I think about that
happened.
all the time. The way she called you, the
Frantic.
fear in her voice, and then when we pulled up on her, mind you, Genesis used to drive. I don't know the model, I don't know
An
the year, I don't know the
R350,
make. What was it?
A Mercedes-Benz R350.
They don't make them anymore.
No, they don't.
They don't make them anymore, but it was the perfect minivan-esque type of car that you could think of. And when we pulled up to said friend, the fear, the fear
She
that
was
had
horrified.
the fear of that had taken over her. Something traumatic had happened that night, and she said a homeless man had chased them
With
with a knife.
yeah. They were at,
Like,
like, the
that could have
train
really
station.
been a different way where we could have been, like, getting a call like, "They're dead."
And then now we're trying to, like, call all our friends, like, trying to rally everybody, and he's like, "I'm over here. I'm over here." So now I'm over here driving around town picking up a whole group of people. I'm like, "What happened?" They're
You
like,
had the
"I."
room and you had the space too.
Yeah.
You had a full three-seater in the front and a three-seater in the back.
Yes, and the trunk was huge. So people would get in the trunk.
We were picking up men that were like
Yeah.
and we were like, "What had happened to you guys?"
Yeah, they were horrified. I'll never forget that.
Petrified.
I just needed to bring that story up to really humble ourselves, to know to remember where we came from.
Because I feel like people think like, "Oh, you guys grew up in said town," and we were like, "Okay, but said town was not safe."
No.
Said town, although was to the public very okay, snooty, we knew the backstory of what was really happening. The train was right there, the hospital was right there, and not only was the train and the hospital right there, the ghetto was slowly behind it.
Yeah. It was
So,
fine.
like,
It gave us easy
it
access to the
was a
things we
cusp.
needed, you know?
It was a cusp of things.
Sometimes I think about, like, the times we would drive into that town to get said, materials, and I'm
Mm.
like, "We were very young and bold to be going into this very sketchy area at that young age."
But we did because we were trying to obtain a vibe,
We're sh we're
and
getting
we did obtain said vibe.
we were a vibe. Wait, okay, so I do have a question.
Okay, ask it.
How did, what's the most memorable way you found out an ex cheated on you?
When my ex posted a picture of a girl and him cuddling on his Snapchat story on our 1 year anniversary, and it was the girl from the Wendy's drive-through.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
No.
Mm.
And then I said, "Hmm, I know that girl." So when I finally confronted him, I pulled up to him and he had a spend the night bag that was hidden behind a little like recliner rocker said type vibe chair, and I looked behind and I pulled out a bunch of girls like pink spray perfume and thongs
Sick.
and things, and I said, "What the fuck is this?" And he said, "You know what it is."
I'm
And I was like,
sick.
"El demonio." So I was like, "Okay, period." And this was shortly after I had gotten back from a 2 week vacation in Italy.
Mm, I do remember.
And then he was on my phone begging for me to come back. And I was like, "You want to know something? Like, I think this is really bad." I was like, I was 18 at the time, and this was my first boyfriend, and I was very upset. But now looking back, I realize I was not okay.
No, who
I
is at that
really
age?
I really thought that, like, that was it. And, like, it's so funny, like, okay, so I was 18 at the time, so fast forward X amount of years, like, I really thought, but now I'm like, I'm so happy that never worked out because I wouldn't be where I am today. But
Yeah,
let's not forget, friend, when I was pregnant and said cheater called me.
that was sick. I couldn't believe that, like, that was the moment.
I haven't heard from him since then, and he called me while I was already like established in my new life, but I wasn't established, but like it was like really like a weird time in my life. And he was like, he had saw a picture of me and a few other girls that he had.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Don't be friends with so and so." And I was like, "Don't tell me who to be friends with." So then he FaceTimed me and I was like, boom, I'm pregnant. And then he goes on to say, "If you really wanted a baby, why didn't you ask me?"
You fucking psycho. Some men really have the audacity. But can you imagine, like, at 18, like, the person you're with, like, you'd be with them forever? That would suck.
I really thought I was going to be with this person forever. And then forever came and it was never. And then I had a forever with something else. And it was like, oh,
Forever
you know what?
came and it was never. By Simone. I like that quote.
Thank you.
I love it. Um, my most traumatic,
Go ahead.
do I say the most traumatic or my first one?
Well, it says how we found out exes cheated on us. So I would say
Well,
the most impactful.
most impactful. Oh, okay. Where do I begin? Um, this man, okay, had
Mhm.
lived a whole second life, and he had two different phones and two different women in two different states. And the other girl is actually the one that found the phone right before he was gonna move in. Like literally the morning of literally the morning of. and moving in. And, she calls me and pretty much tells me
She found your number.
she found the second phone the morning of him coming, like, that day to move in, and she messaged me, she's like, "Hey." She sends me pictures of them together. Just thinking about it makes me wanna drink.
Take a sip, take a sip. My
She
drink is done already.
I was gonna say I need a refill. After the story, I'm gonna refill it. So she, sends me pictures of them. She goes, "Hey, how do you know this guy?" But yeah, that was probably the most sick because, like, the man was living a double life. Like, there was no like, people, like, there's, like, sometimes, like, clues?
From Montana.
Yeah. Like, there's clues, you kinda like, "Ah, like, he does some
There's
weird
always a double
things."
life. And it's just like us as Libras, we like to like give them the benefit of the doubt, but also like keep in mind that like, okay, are we here or are we not? We're not here.
I just couldn't believe the extent that somebody would go to hide it.
But not at the same time.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I've heard a lot of my friends' stories about, like, the guy that they're with kinda cheating, they find out, or, like, the way they were moving beforehand. Literally, my when my friends hear, like, the extent of my story, they're like, "No way." I'm like, "Yeah, yes." They're like, "You didn't even like, how did he do this and that?" And I'm like, I could not tell you. They're like, "You didn't get a hint when he did this?" "No, because he didn't do that." They're like, "Well, when my ex cheated, he did this. Did he?" "Nope, he didn't do that. He could share his location all he wanted, but he had 2 phones," you know? Like, there was no so, yeah, that was my most traumatic.
We're so upset because it's like we are so loyal.
Did you see that?
It's giving like like a dog, you know what I mean? We're so loyal like a dog. And then these
You think
men
you'd be a Labrador?
dog us out.
You'd probably be a Mastiff.
Okay, let's talk about the mastiffs. My dad has that dog in there, fat as fuck.
Mm. All his
Maggie,
Mastiffs have been fat, though.
Maggie, I saw her recently. She's so fat.
Leave her alone.
Ew.
Leave her alone.
Gene, what is this icks that you get that me give you? What?
I don't know. Men.
No, it doesn't say men. It says
I
icks.
accidentally deleted the N.
Okay, icks that men give you everything.
Cheating.
Existing.
Ugly thong sandals.
Getting out of the car and having their butt crack show.
Bro, it's been mad cold down here. Like the tundra.
I can't relate because I have snow and ice in my front yard.
I'm in Florida, bro. How is it that I'm waking up to 25 degrees? I don't even have a coat anymore.
Get one. Get a
Clearly.
scarf. I
Yeah, I
saw
have a
you the other day. My man called me the other day. He's in a puffer jacket. I said, I think you're dragging it. He's like, I don't think you understand.
no, it was cold. It was cold. It was 25, bro. There was frost on my windshield. There was flurries. I was at work, flurries were coming down. It's been a pleasure.
It has
It's been
been
lovely.
beautiful.
Please, please, please,
However, like, subscribe, like our shorts, like our
comment.
TikTok, comment on our
Yes,
TikToks. We
the
answer
good
you guys.
the good era talk all around.
The good era
Instagram,
talk,
TikTok.
we post it.
Yeah,
We're
repost, share it with a
here.
friend. Share with
We're
a
here.
friend.
We're
Put it on when
shy. We're
we're
shy.
shy. Put it on when you're doing your makeup in the morning. Share it with a friend.
Listen to me. Listen
If
to
you wanna
me.
see us get our PhDs and support us, please please share, like,
I
and
have my
subscribe.
masters.
Have a wonderful day, everybody,
Wonderful night.
and we'll see you
And
next time in the good era.
PKW Funky's wallet. Don't forget it.
Bye.